today we ask the question, is the Social Democrats Party the party of bimbos? And why is it? The Social Democrats, known as the Soc Dems to some, known to others as just another loony leftist party with added bimbos. They're led by this bimbo here, lady here. Her name is Holly. Because of course it is. Well, it was going to be that or Kylie. She is, of course, propped up, promoted and fawned over by a loving and gushing mainstream media. Because, of course, well, she is a woman. She's on Team Woman, and most of the mainstream media are feminists to the core. So Team Woman it is, Team Woman for the win. Without seemingly any actual ability to do the job, shout out to Justice Minister Helen McEntee. Some remember her for her very interesting tweets back in 2012-2013 in relation to the papal conclave that was ongoing at that time. I quote, "For every minute of airtime taken up on the papal conclave, I'm gonna get an abortion." Or perhaps you may remember this one from 2012. A quote, "The Pope is gonna get so cyber-bullied. Can't wait. Hashtag Pope, hashtag Vatican." Seemingly trivialising abortion. With a bit of cyber-bullying and a side order of anti-Catholicism. Quite a heady mix, I think you'll agree. And even though she may have had such thoughts, as she clearly did she keep them to herself? Did she perhaps confide in a close friend, a confidant, a close relative? No, she decided the best thing to do with these luminary big brain thoughts was to broadcast them to the entire planet via Twitter. And it seems so enamoured were the Social Democrats with these musings, they made Holly the leader of the party. As one party affiliate put it to me privately, she brings a whole new lease of life to the old adage, the lights are on, but nobody's home. But then again, she does look good on posters. But that's not all the Social Democrats has for us. No, this well runs deep. Let's say hello to Eliza O'Donovan. She hails from London, Cricklewood. She moved to Limerick and very quickly decided she knew better what was for the people of Limerick than the people of Limerick themselves, and immediately sought election to the council. By some means she actually achieved it. She is unabashedly and unashamedly woke, as she says herself. Well, here's the good woke councillor Eliza looking very perplexed, very agitated back in 2021 during the dark days of COVID. But why was she so perplexed? Why does she seem so distraught? Well, it turned out there was a bunch of Catholics praying the rosary outside their local church, which of course they could not get access to. They couldn't get into it because of obviously COVID. And the sight of some Catholics praying publicly seemed too much for Eliza. She immediately called the guards. She called the police in the hopes of having these ne'er-do-wells with the temerity to pray in public, to have them all arrested, thrown in the slammer, no doubt. Of course, the police arrived very quickly indeed. She was quick to point out that these people had no business gathering in public, had no business congregating outside their church in the street and praying. Why, the very idea was an abomination to her. As you can see, she was very agitated and wanted an end put to this immediately, if not arrests made on the spot. The question was begged, in my mind and quite possibly yours, what if it had been a group of praying Muslims in the street? Would the good counsellor's reaction have been the same? Well, you can make up your own mind on that. I know I have. It later transpired, somewhat embarrassingly for the good, woke counsellor Eliza, that she herself had been quite happy to attend public gatherings in the form of Black Lives Matter marches around the same time when lockdowns were enforced, But somehow the sight of a bunch of praying Christians was a step too far. Police had to be called on them. Now, I don't know how far-seeing Eliza was, but she's currently running for mayor of this town. And last time I checked, most people in Limerick were Catholics. And she kind of needs their vote. I'm quite sure you all join with me in wishing Eliza all the very best in the mayoral contest. But let's move on. Last but by no means least, to another feminist luminary of the Social Democrats, TD Jennifer Whitmore, who has recently called for a ban on best before dates on food products to fight against, you guessed it, climate change. One wonders, what could it possibly be next? A ban on scratching one's arse, perhaps, all to save the planet. And I wouldn't go laughing too much at that suggestion. It's probably coming sooner than you think. We asked the latest AI to give us its idea of what life might be like under a Social Democrat government. This is how it imagined it.
No, please, no more.
With less Catholic.